we're going to take a look at another very common function inside of Microsoft Excel. And this is going to look very similar to the sum and min and max functions that we've already discussed. That's one of the beauties of these functions. Once you understand the workings of these basic ones, we're just going to build on it. And they're all very similar. They just perform different operations. Summing, find the minimum, smallest, find the maximum, the largest. Now we're going to find an average. I want to know the average amount that I've spent for each of these months. So still inside this example file, I'm going to drop down to A14. And I want to find the average for January. So I'm just going to type in a header here. I'll just call this average. I'll hit my tab key so I go to the right. So now I'm going to build this calculation that finds the average amount that I spent for January. Now, if you were to do this manually, maybe whip out your calculator or drop out a piece of paper and write it out yourself, how would you find the average? You know, for me, I'd have to add up each of the bills, 1,200 plus 50 plus 100 plus 300 plus 50, get that total, and then divide it by the number of entries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1,700 divided by 5 would give me the average. Well, that's quite a bit of math that I got to go through. Here inside of Excel, we have the average function that's going to do this for you. Take a look. So I'm inside of cell B14. Back to my formulas tab. Back into insert function. I'll find average. I'll just type that in. I'll hit go. There's my average. So it returns the average arithmetic mean of its arguments, which can be the numbers or names, arrays, or references that contain numbers. Great. It's going to find an average. I'm going to hit OK. Let's see, B12 through 13. That's B12 through 13. That's not what I want. I want B5 through B9. Very similar setup. I mean, you could have almost closed your eyes and done this. The only difference between this and what we did earlier is you're now doing an average. Not a sum or a min and max, but the setup is the same. I hit OK, and I've now got my average amount for the month of January. Once again, really simple. You just got to know the functions are there and how to use them. Try it out. Finish it off just like min and max. Do it for February and March as well. Find the average amount that you've spent for each of those months.